none, me unconquerable. Me live by the love, me not live by the law. You live by the sword, you reap what you sow. Give you an opportunity, you never know. Instead you choose to nail me to the cross. Vengeance. Oh no, 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 no. It's not mine. We live in love, we don't live in love. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm taking the long way home. Just seek, find, and you know when your timing is right. The sun and the moon shine for a reason. That's why there's so many seasons. Do some self-searching right now and reason. If the sun shall not smite I by day, nor the moon by night, why should you fuss and fight? You're never polite. Don't be late, hellgate always. Vengeance. Oh no, 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 no. It's not mine. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm taking the long way home. Just seek, find, and you know when your timing is right. In this life, you have to hold a positive mindset. Positive mindset. Despite things in a mess, we don't deal with no stress. Focus on things that will bring happiness. Try do your best. Invest in your success. I and I, voice must be heard. So much things need address. Light is the dark as is life over death. Jah will protect. Positive mindset. Despite things in a mess, we don't deal with no stress. Focus on things that will bring happiness. Try do your best. Invest in your success. I and I, voice must be heard. So much things need address. Light is the dark as is life over death. Jah will protect. Hey. Standing firm on solid ground. Cannot drain my energy. Not try water me down. Feminine power, lion is where the crown. Protect my peace of mind. That's where you belong. Never forget where you're coming from. Bridges you cross, never burn them down. Keep on smiling, now but a frown. Throughout all trials and tribulation, seeking knowledge and wisdom. Cannot be driven by emotion. Slew them demons as them come. The one that's within and those that's about. Positive. Positive mindset. Despite things in a mess, we don't deal with no stress. Focus on things that will bring happiness. Try do your best. Invest in your success. I and I, voice must be heard. So much things need address. Light is the dark as is life over death. Jah will protect. Positive mindset. Despite things in a mess, we don't deal with no stress. Focus on things that will bring happiness. Try do your best. Invest in your success. I and I, voice must be heard. So much things need address. Light is the dark as is life over death. Jah will protect. Ain't no way I ain't giving up any day. Skies are gray. If you may, you can say what you wanna say. It's okay, it's okay. I ain't come here if you ramp. I ain't come here if you play. I got trends to set. Jah never leave I yet. Jah never leave I yet. I ain't come here for friends. Never come for pretend. I have no regrets. Full of confidence. High grade cess. No cigarette. Never let them put your mind in offense. Chant a song. Reconnect. High frequency. Stay positive.
That is Yasha Mani, and she's got the positive mindset. She was here with us on Monday, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or was
Monday.
it? Yeah, it was Monday. And we didn't get a chance to play her songs, but we told her we would. And we just played 2 of them.
And she's listening,
Yasha Mani.
of course.
Yasha, good afternoon to you.
Yasha, good afternoon to you as well.
The
Too.
positive mindset, man.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the song, but it's the whole movement. It's really important to keep that positive mindset because you manifest all that you think, all that your thoughts can conceive. So what you put into your head is very important. What you put into your system is what comes out.
No, but apart from that, 2 people, we want everybody to understand that this woman, the Yasha Mani, she is the very first female reggae singer to perform in Africa.
Yes.
Right? And she's all from Trinidad and Tobago. Not from Jamaica, not from any other Caribbean country, not from any other part of the world. Once again, history being made from Trinidad and Tobago, the very first female reggae singer to perform in the whole of Africa. I mean, that is something to be very proud of. So Yasha Mani, we love you and keep doing all the good work and everything else. Right now, in line with that, I mean, Yasha Mani, music would have come in very handy for that. I want to focus on Marcus Messiah Garvey. Now, Garvey have been a very, right, Marcus Garvey, as everybody would know or should know, was a very international and inspiring figure over many decades, probably almost 100 years or so. And everybody's supposed to be very proud of him, at least the African community, the Caribbean community as well, because he initially really from Jamaica, a Jamaican. And I want to feature all his, or at least most of his accomplishments over the years. I mean to say, he was so inspiring. I mean that he was able to inspire nations, not just Jamaica, but he played a very significant role in Africa, the diaspora. And I mean to say, that is one of the things that Yasha Mani is deeply involved in, because you would know she have a concert or carnival, coming up, or carnival-like atmosphere or event taking place in Sierra Leone. We also interviewed one of the promoters or one of the members of the board from Sierra Leone. If I remember his name was what is the name? Francis Musa Moma.
Okay.
Yeah, Momo. Momoh.
Alright.
Yeah, that was the person name who we featured. So people in line with the reggae and in line with Yasha Mani, don't forget her name, people. Don't forget that name. You'll be hearing it here more from here, including another guy that we want to feature. We have some very talented guy. If you all have never heard the name of RKG, RKG, one of both of them are our own from TTT here, but very inspiring, very positive people. The kind of very hardworking, inspirational people and very talented. So these are some of the names, at least 2 of the names that you'll be hearing more often on this station. We'll be featuring them. Very talented people. Now, Marcus Messiah Garvey Jr., he was a man that was born in 1887 and he lived up until 1940. He was a Jamaican, a political activist, publisher, and an entrepreneur who founded the Universal Negro Improvement Association, also to the African Communities League. Now he became a towering pioneer of the 20th century Pan-Africanism and black nationalism, inspiring millions with the gospel of racial pride. Because he was the person who was really behind the Back to Africa, if you remember, movement.
Okay.
And people have to understand, a lot of people who don't understand what was taking place. I've heard people over the many years talking about, hey, going back to Africa, and this and that, and going back to Africa, they can't go back to Africa, that, even African people will scorn all here, and they'll run all the way back. I've heard all these things over the many decades. And you see, these things have come from very ignorant people. Because you see, some people their minds have become so colonialized You see?
That's a big word.
Yeah, colonialized minded people, they feel they're living in the West. And as you know, we have mentioned when we were speaking to Mr. Momer, Francis Momer here, and he have dispelled those kind of ideas coming from a man who come from a man who was speaking from what's the name of the country? Not Senegal, but Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone, yeah.
And told that is rubbish. We living in the Western countries, we have been programmed by even big time media. Because a lot of these things, as he and all confirmed, it not really happened by accidental.
Yeah.
Sometimes these things are purposely fed by the international medias, the big medias, to for their own ends, toward their own ends.
True.
Right? They want to make you feel because, you come, well, we all know about the slavery and, without slavery, we would not have had a diaspora. And things are being filtered or filtered into your minds in order for you to, for instance, a lot of people still believe that Africa is still people like monkeys swinging on trees.
Yeah.
They don't know that Africa very developed.
Yes, they are.
Not third world, you go into some of these countries and you see the kind of skyscrapers and the kind of buildings and the kind of designs of the cities, and you'll wonder if you're in Africa. And that is because if you notice, a lot of the international media networks, they always tend to show you, every time they show you Africa, it's about some war. About famine.
Yeah.
These are the kind of images that
Correct.
are fed internationally to give you a kind of view of the African countries and Africa, the continent as a whole.
Russian.
Yes.
Yeah.
So every time you see Africa, it's about famine. The famine in Ethiopia many years ago, or children dying, or the Ebola disease. These are the kind of images you tend to see of Africa. And I mean to see people, all you have to do, you have the internet, people, so all you have to do now is just Google. Google the cities in Africa. Don't be lazy, right? You have it at your fingertips. You have the internet at your fingertips. So don't be lazy, right? Google cities in Sierra Leone, in Ghana, right? A lot of these other countries. And you'll be shocked, people, to see cities looking just like in probably Japan, tall scrapers, nice architecture, and all these kind of things, right, people? So we just want to bring that kind of consciousness as will come from people like Yasha Mani and a lot of other people are trying to do. Alright? So continuing on that, people, as I said, he became a towering figure, a pioneer of the 20th century, Pan-Africanism and black nationalism, inspiring millions of people with the gospel of racial pride, economic independence, and the Back to Africa movement. He was the man that's really behind all of this. Now, early in life, for example, he was born in St. Anne's Bay, Jamaica, on August the 17th. Now, that was just the other day, just a few days from now, probably what the day is?
Wednesday.
No, date.
The 19th.
Well, the 19th. So that was just 2 days ago.
Okay.
So he was born August the 17th, 1887, left school at the age of 14 to work as a printer's apprentice in Kingston, where he led a print workers' strike, and engaged in early labor politics. He also traveled and worked throughout Central and South America. Also lived in London for quite a while, where he studied law and philosophy and worked with early anti-colonial activists. So you see, people, this man was a very busy man. He was always, most of his life, or all his life, tried to do best for the Africans in the diaspora. And that's why that his life, and people should know about him all through the Caribbean. These are the kind of people that we have to keep their memory alive as much as possible. Now, the rise of the UNIA, now we're talking about, he founded the UNIA in Jamaica in 1914 to unite people of African descent. He moved to the United States later on in 1916 and opened the UNIA chapter in Harlem. Right, Harlem was one of the places where you really started New York City,
Right.
which became the beating heart of the global movement. He also created commercial and cultural institutions like the Black Star Line. Now, a lot of people remember that in reggae, especially the rootical reggae, the Black Star Line, I think people like this guy, what his name? Burning Spear. People like Burning Spear and these rootical singers in Jamaica from the 60s, 70s, early 80s would have been singing about the Black Star Line and the Black Star Line. Now, the Black Star Line shipping enterprise, for people who would remember, that was a shipping line that he came up with. The Black Star Line, which was supposed to be a ship, started off with a ship, but it was supposed to be more than one, in which the Back to Africa movement that was supposed to facilitate the Back to Africa movement, which would have been transporting Africans, all who wanted to go back to Africa, take them back to Africa.
Yes.
And you see, I have come across people, including black people, who try to denigrate that idea of taking people back to Africa. But you see, everything must be taken and considered in its time.
Right.
Right? You see, the context of that, the way Garvey and people of Garvey time would have seen it. You have to remember, in America, in a lot of places, they're not like now. So people like now will be, trying to degrade the idea of people going back to Africa, because people now, over the last 30 or 40 years, would have had a lot of opportunities. They're not facing what people had to face in the 60s and the 40s and the 30s. Because just remember, Martin Luther King, he got a bullet through his neck fighting for black rights. Remember, in his time, there was a lot of discrimination that gave rise to people like Malcolm X. People like, I just mentioned his name, and many others like him. Remember, people were tortured, people couldn't ride in the same bus. Yeah. That was the time that he was living in. A lot of people didn't have the opportunity to attend universities. Do you remember when, after the amendment, I can't remember the amendment, that gave black people more rights?
Right.
The civil rights movement.
Right.
That would have been under Lyndon Johnson.
Yes.
Because remember, Kennedy would have been murdered, assassinated. And if memory serves me well, the succeeding president would have been LBJ. That would have been when the civil rights movement, certain amendments were written into the Bill of Rights, if I remember well, that give rise to more rights to black people in America. And if you remember, these things black people and people in general in history have to remember, that when certain children had to attend the school, America was so racially divided that they had to send the army to accompany these little children. I don't know if you remember that image.
Not really.
They had to get the military, because they were white people, the white racial people, who were there to stop them from entering the school. You can always Google that and go and check it.
I'm not discounting that at all. I'm not doubting that.
And I talk about little children,
I know.
9-year-old and 10-year-old, in order for them to attend school. There were white racial people who were trying to avoid the mixing of schools.
Yeah, I know.
They wanted it to be just white.
It was really, really awful back then.
Mm-hmm. And this is what I'm saying.
It's still bad to a certain extent.
Yeah, there are still places, they go Alabama and one or two places, and there, that racial thing is still strong. That tension is still strong. I remember somebody telling me this. Yeah. I remember somebody was telling me this, Roland, they live in these states for years. A neighbor daughter of mine, for every now and then she'll come down. And she told me, she said, Roland, when I'm driving to places like Alabama Mississippi. I remember these places
Yeah.
were very strongly
Heavily, yeah.
racially divided places.
Right.
Good. And she told me, she's Roland. She said, up to this day, if I driving through these places, sometimes you're going cross country now, from state to state, like you're going by some friend or something. She said, Roland, make sure I have my glass wind up right up. And I driving fast. She driving at a certain pace. And imagine she's living over there since early 80s. Right? She did well. I mean, she has her master's. The last thing I know, she was reading for a PhD. I mean, 2 trainers doing well, 1 serving in the army for many years, for all over the world. Africa, other places, Italy. That's her last son.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's well, how to put it? She's well Americanized, so to speak.
Yeah.
I mean, she's over there since, well established. That's right. And imagine, so this is what I'm saying. The opportunities people have now, to the view people, they will not see it that way. Even some of our black people living in America, they will see it as a kind of pie in the sky kind of dream by Marcus Garvey.
Yeah.
Taking all these people back to Africa. But as I said, everything has to be seen in context. Because these same people now, and people now who seen that, they are the opportunities. I'm a professor of this. I'm a doctorate. Good. And a lot of black people now could attend universities. But just remember now, in Marcus Garvey and them time, it wasn't like that.
Yes.
You understand? So, they would see it and everybody else would see it. I all would see it. That the best place, because remember you getting lynched.
Yes.
A lot of people being lynched. And people don't even know how bad it was. Right? The white racially divided group in those times. They saw a picnic, they're lynching you. And that was like a big thing, People don't understand how terrible it was in America at that time. People will come out with their families, good, and sit down and spread it down doormats and have picnics. Why they lynching and they burning black people? That was like a family. That was like a family event. That is how bad it was.
I don't really like to talk about those things because yes, it happened and it was really bad, but it's really upsetting to me,
Yes, but it was the reality.
Yeah.
Good. And I'm trying to let people know that is the reality it was that Marcus Garvey and them had to live. So why people like us, because of the benefits that we have of people like Marcus Garvey, and although he and W. Du Bois, they weren't seen eye to eye in certain respects.
Yes. Let's take
We want to take a
short
break. All right.
Yeah, let's just get these bits of information across.
Yes, people.
Shall we turn?
This back-to-school season, let's make sure no child gets left behind. TTT Limited is hosting its annual back-to-school drive for the less fortunate, and we need your help. Drop off the following stationery at TTT Limited, 11A Marval Road, from Monday 13th July to Tuesday 1st September. We're collecting book bags, lunch bags, notebooks, copybooks, pencil cases, pens, pencils, water bottles, and sanitary items. Every item you donate puts a smile on the child's face and a pencil in their hand. TTT Back to School Drive, 11A Marval Road. Drop off today because every child deserves a fresh start. TTT, we're here for you.
Every morning begins with a story. The headlines you need. The voices you trust. The conversations shaping our nation. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today, where your day starts informed and inspired. News that matters to you. Conversations that spark new ideas. Stories that move Trinidad and Tobago forward. Tune in weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. or join the conversation on any smart device at TNT Today Show. Trinidad and Tobago Today. Start here, exclusively on TTT. A new hero is coming to TTT. Get ready for Claw, a local sci-fi action series packed with adventure, suspense, and super-powered action. Claw premieres this Saturday at 8 p.m. on TTT. Watch on TTT at TTT Live Online, on YouTube, or stream at ttt.live/stream. Claw this Thursday, 8 p.m. only on TTT.
Yes, beautiful people, this is Nigel Rojas from Orange Sky, inviting everyone to listen in to Beyond Limits with my brother, Roland Stewart. You won't regret it.
Rabbi sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever have, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever have, redemption songs, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Oh, have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop at the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Yes, some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs. All I ever had, redemption songs. These songs of freedom, songs of freedom.
Barry, baby, you got my moyo. She tell me she have nobody, but she says she will love. She looking sweeter than honey, like an angel fall from above. She got the hips and the move and the waist and the wine when she step in front of me. She got the hips and the move and the waist and the wine when she step in front of me. The way she wine and dip, dip, dip The way she move her hip, hip, hip. The way she whine and dip, dip, dip. The way she move her hip, hip, hip. She a me chanting na 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 na. Wa bashkilam si ano ko cheki. What a one could I? The girl a grip me, mesmerize me. She and me in a trance. Watching her eyes, me fantasize. She know how to dance. How she roll it, roll it, roll it. And me go hold it, hold it, hold it. Well, bad how she control it. Like cricket, me alright. She got the hips and the move and the waist and the wine when she step in front of me. She got the hips and the move and the waist and the wine when she step in front of me. The way she whine and dip, dip, dip. The way she move her hip, hip, hip. The way she whine and dip, dip, dip. The way she move her hip, hip, hip. She a me chanting na 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 na. Wa bashkilam si ano ko cheki. What a one could I? Na 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 na. Wa bashkilam si ano ko cheki. What a one could I? She tell me she ain't nobody, but she says she will love. She looking sweeter than honey, like an angel fall from above. She got the hips and the move and the waist and the wine when she step in front of me. She got the hips and the move and the waist and the wine when she step in front of me. The way she whine and dip, dip, dip. The way she move her hip, hip, hip. The way she whine and dip, dip, dip. The way she move her hip, hip, hip. She a me chanting na 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 na. Wa bashkilam si ano ko cheki. What if one could die? I me say na 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 na. Wa bashkilam si ano ko cheki. What if one could die?
Them go on like them are two life. Them know how we for unite. Same thing them a do Christ. We pass dark and to grown for your fist fight. Watch them now. Them dirty, them stink and them envious. Now why if you reach them will pull you down? Life is a race, them will slow you down. So better you swift or you could endure. Hey, better crow talk. Had enough sweetheart. Me coulda win, but me lose for some who me hole. Lose hard. We prefer spit than me throat hack and who the cap fit make them wear that, wear that. Hard life, hard life, hard life. Every day me pray just to see a better life. Streets a make me hard cold like me full of frostbite. Me coulda live a dream, but me not believe in false life. Hard life, hard life, hard life. Them see me free, but me chains are hold tight. A bird in a hand, a word more than two in grass eye. Your close friend, not the first figure, watch your cross eye. Right now, see me fed up of human beings. All now, see me now know what true love means. Never know me coulda weather storm. Life not easy when you not know where the brother come from. Say you did love me, but you never care. Would you help me if you walk, if me dey a chair? Like magic, watch your love disappear. Who does that? Change it while me a stay. What me say? Watch how you stepping or you stepping wrong me. Me not pray top, not like bad energy. Post for likes, me not care if you want follow me like TikTok, no IG. Hard life, hard life, hard life. Every day me pray just to see a better life. Streets a make me hard cold like me full of frostbite. Me coulda live a dream, but me not believe in false life. Hard life, hard life, hard life. Them see me free, but me chains are hold tight. A bird in a hand, a word more than two in grass eye. Your close friend, not the first figure, watch your cross eye.
Feel my struggles. Say feel my pain. When you feel my pain, I know the struggles. Just feel my pain. My pain, my pain.
Yeah, better crow talk. Had enough sweetheart. Me coulda win, but me lose for some who me hole. Lose hard. Me prefer spit than me throat hack and who the cap fit make them wear that. Hard life, hard life, hard life. Every day me pray just to see a better life. Streets a make me hard cold like me full of frostbite. Me coulda live a dream, but me not believe in false life. Hard life, hard life, hard life. Them see me free, but me chains are hold tight. A bird in a hand, a word more than two in grass eye. Your close friend, not the first figure, watch your cross eye. Hard life, no broke life. No matter how hard me still try promote life. You know me fed up but me still a try. Me full of pain but me tears them a flow dry.
Back to back RKG, and that's one of our colleagues. That's actually who Roland was referring to a little earlier. You know, with the very talented individuals we have in this country, in this, not just in this company, in this country as well, but we do have a couple of them in our midst, you know.
You will mean to say, you know, sure that is full of talents, you know what I mean, I'll say. We have to do, well, that's one of the purpose for the program on the station here. You know what I mean? We have to try and bring to light, you know, all the people in them as much as possible who have talents right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. So continuing people, you know, we started off with Marcus Garvey. We featuring, I mean, I don't know, probably I might try and see if I get David Mohammed to come in probably next week or something. Because he was up there too. I saw pictures with him up in America, people like David Mohammed. People like this other guy too, no? Dr. Umar. I don't know if you know.
I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah. He's one of those people always pushing, you know, the what do you put it? The rights for black people and the fight for black people in America, that kind of thing. You know, he's also in the Caribbean too as well. You know, I didn't even know that they had a life-size statue of Marcus Garvey in Jamaica.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I think that is quite possible.
No, I actually saw the pictures because David Mohammed and I, you know, we are friends on Facebook, etc. Right. So I saw when he put up the picture, you know, he took out pictures, etc. with Dr. Omar, and it's nice to know, you know, that we have life-size picture of these people and them. Very important. Very important people. You know, so continuing, you know. I mean, one of the other things apart from the Black Star Line now that he was behind. Also, people, you know, in order to foster the economic reliance of black people, he also established the factories, you know, corporation. You know, let me just try and get it. Yeah, the Negro Factories Corporation is one of the enterprise to companies that he established to try to foster black economic reliance. Because, you know, when it comes to even Trinidad here, you know, there is talk when it comes to economic activity, black people is to the bottom of the ladder. And if you ask me too, that has been so all over the world, right? Not just in Trinidad and Tobago. And I mean, there's all kind of reasons that were proffered why that is so. One of the biggest reasons people talk about is slavery. You know, we coming out of slavery, and then in America, you know, they wouldn't give them the mule and the 12 acres of land. I sure that you've heard about that. You know, it was promised to black people that each person or family, whatever, was supposed to have gotten a mule and 12 acres of land. However, that was never given. And then, you know, with all the different legal barriers, because if you remember, there was this law, but it was equal but separate law. You remember that?
Equal but separate law, I think so.
You know, where because of certain incidents, for example, that you and I traveling in a train, but we call it, like what they say, we call, but we couldn't travel in the same carriage. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Well, yeah, of course. You know, it's stuff that it's quite regrettable, you know, and I don't really like to.
I mean, all of these things.
Dive into that, you know, because I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
You know.
And then
it irks me to think that, you know.
Yes.
People
that human beings.
Yeah.
Yes, human beings was
wrong
like that.
Level,
you know, so sometimes they find all these kind of way. You know, but in speaking with Marcus Garvey at the time, you know, I had to bring it up because that was the time within which he existed. Right? So that you had to bring it up. Now, people of Marcus Garvey, you know, there's talk and true, but people have to understand that the FBI, the CIA, all these people and them, when you attain that kind of prominence and the amount of people that you had behind you for so long, referring to Marcus Garvey, because he had influenced hundreds of thousands and millions of people, not just in Trinidad, not just in Jamaica, the land that he came from, but also in America. He had millions following him and millions supporting his idea. The Black Star Liner, which was the shipping company that was supposed to have taken a lot of black people back to Africa. And as I said, because of the environment at the time, is not the environment now. Good, you could just leave and you could just go to America, and next thing you know, you end up a big time footballer, you make millions of dollars, you end up like Michael Jackson or a lot of the entertainers now. It was not like that. I remember this first woman who got the award, the Oscar, to have won an Oscar.
Yes.
You know, she couldn't go and receive the Oscar on the stage, that kind of thing. She had to wait in some back room and that kind of thing, because black people weren't allowed to be heard nor seen. And I can't remember her name, right? Probably, I don't know, probably if you could Google that. The first black actor or actress to receive an Oscar.
Okay.
She couldn't go on the stage and receive it. You see? And this is the kind of environment people that Marcus Garvey and all these people and them operated on. Right? So just setting the stage now so people understand why Marcus Garvey had the view he had, why he would have wanted people to go back to Africa. To a lot of people now, it would have been a pie in the sky dream. And letting people know that if you feel now that it's a pie in the sky dream, I'm just letting you know.
That would have been Hattie McDaniel.
Yes, Hattie
Hattie
McDaniel. That's the
McDaniel.
woman, yes.
Gone with the Wind in 1940.
Gone with the Wind, 1940. So you see, 1940, right?
Yeah.
All right. And just remember, 28 years after 1968, a matter of fact, the 2nd of August, 1968, even Martin Luther King was assassinated. 28 years after, that in 1940. So imagine the environment that was.
Right, yes, of course. That was even before that.
28 years before. So that's why I mentioned that because I want people to know, as I keep saying, that it was, even though to you now, it was a kind of pie in the sky dream. But the reality then, everybody back then would have felt it much better and safer for everybody if they could go back to Africa. All right? So I just want everybody to have that, to understand that now. Because I've heard people talking as such a foolish talk. Oh, you gonna pay this, and get back people to Africa and take back millions of people to Africa. How that was possible and how that this and how that. I want people to understand that. Right? Now, they would have talked about, you know, the events that follow. Because, you know, the Black Star Liner, he would have the Black Star Liner and one or two of his enterprises would have, let's say, fallen on hard time. And some of these things, as you know, as I mentioned before, or alluded to, would have been engineered by the CIA because they wanted to embarrass them, right? They wanted people to lose faith and that kind of thing, right? So, according to things, they would have said that he was convicted of mail fraud. And as I said, the CIA and all of these people would have wanted to see these companies, the Black Star Liner, the Factories Corporation and all of things. They wanted to see these things crumble. Right? And these are the people that would have been behind a lot of the things. Right? People, so according to my research, they said that what he ended up in prison, right? He had a prison sentence and subsequently deported to Jamaica in 1927. So you see the era long before the assassination of help me.
Marcus Garvey?
No, the assassination, yes. So imagine that this is 1927, people. Right? It was related to stock sales. The Black Star Line did get caught up in some stock sales thing. And then they say, you know, that led him to a prison sentence. And after the prison sentence, he was subsequently deported to Jamaica in 1927. However, he died in London in 1940. 28 years. before Martin Luther King was assassinated. I keep referring that because I want people to understand the context of all this thing with the Back to Africa thing and all of that. That's what I want people to understand. It wasn't just a pie in the sky dream, right? And people have to understand his profound legacy that he left. It also shaped the Rastafari movement. He also had a strong impact on the Rastafari. Remember people like Burning Spear? I wonder if you could get out there. People like Burning Spear and Marcus Garvey. Probably could type it up on YouTube. Probably we could end the program with that.
The Burning Spear. I know that Burning Spear song. Yeah.
Marcus Garvey.
You remember?
It'd be nice, yes. It'd be nice to end the program with that kind of
Is
tune.
it Days of Slavery?
Days of Slavery. I wonder. Could be. Could be. Right? But he had a very strong legacy, people, on the Rastafari movement, on the Nation of Islam movement too. You need to talk about Nation of Islam, you'll be talking about Farrakhan.
All right. There is it's an album named Marcus Garvey. The entire album is named Marcus Garvey. Title, sorry, and there is the title track from it as well. So yeah, I can get that for you.
Yeah. We could end the program with that.
All right. Okay, you want to do that now?
Of course, man.
All right.
You
Well,
just
just
have like-
before
all right.
we close it off, just reminding everyone to dive into Java with a Samsung handset for just $129 and a Digicel My Choice plan. Get 40 gigs, a Samsung A6 or A7 for just $149, plus weekly chances to win only with Digicel Postpaid. More data, more Java, more wins. Visit your nearest Digicel store and sign up today. And you can win a CPL line for you and your crew, or enjoy the game on your 75-inch flat screen TV courtesy Unit Trust Corporation. Invest from $200 in a new or existing TT or US dollar income fund for a chance to win. The more you invest, the more entries you earn. Hurry, promotion ends September 4th. Invest in every innings and take win with the best rates in the market from TNT's largest mutual fund company. This promotion is NLCB approved. Terms and conditions apply.